Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another podcast episode, and we got a lot to discuss, okay? Before we get into anything, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. And so, Cardi B fans are insinuating on social media that Criminal B is putting charms, aka some spell work, on Nickiminaj, JT, and Akbar. Now, the reason why is because recently, Akbar went live and, she was clowning Cardi B because Cardi B is going through it off the cheat for the 15th time during their 6-year or 7-year relationship. Okay? And so recently Akbar revealed that her daughter is in the hospital and allegedly, she is having some serious issues and is possibly, according to what I've been seeing on social media, possibly dying. And, Akbar went live crying on social media. The Botch and Bitter fans are saying that Botch and Bitter's grandma basically put some charming spells on Akbar. And that, she also did the same thing to JT because JT recently did a concert and she fell and the concert looked a hot mess. So they was clowning JT, and they're saying that all the people that are coming up against Cardi B, including Nicki Minaj, are next. Okay? Now, here's the thing, though. Nicki Minaj mentioned in Ganja Burn about how a certain someone named Botch and Bitter has done this before. Now, in Ganja Burn, she said, "But see, the Lord shows me my dreams to confirm. They done went to the witch doctors to bury the Barbie, but I double back, kill B words, bury the body." So during the Nicki Minaj hate train, Nicki Minaj revealed that a certain someone, Botch and Bitter, has, put some charm spells on Nicki. Okay, she admitted it. And I believe she also talked about that last year on Queen Radio. Now, obviously, we know that Facelift has come out and denied it. We know that she will never admit to anything. But my whole thing is, instead of Cardi B doing something like that to other people, shouldn't she be doing charms and spells for her career? I mean, you worry about everybody else except your flopping career, and them charm spells could not save you from getting cheated on by off the cheat. So hopefully she's not doing this, but this is what the fans are saying on social media. Okay, that she is doing some, charms and spell work and that, she's coming after off the cheat. And my whole thing is, Akbar talked about her getting cheated on for the 15th time, which isn't new because Cardi B has been getting cheated on her whole relationship. You cannot compare that to somebody dying. That does not equate to somebody's karma. Okay? I don't think the Section 8 gang realizes that, but I'm not shocked because they don't have emotional intelligence. When they are in school, which some of them probably stayed back, they needed at least 2 to 3 teachers from one class. Okay? So I'm not really shocked that Botch and Bitter are talking about Takeoff and Akbar's daughter, okay? Because they are sick people. They have a few screw loose in their heads, okay? They're talking about dead people and people dying because, to be quite honest, Cardi B has done the same thing. So they're following the leader. But Cardi B better be careful, and Section 8 gang better be careful, because when you talk about other people dying and that serious of a misfortune, that always comes back around to you. Nobody feels bad that Cardi B got cheated on the 17th time around and her marriage ain't working. Okay? That doesn't equate for you to talk about somebody's daughter passing away. Y'all are idiots. And Nicki Minaj has overcome the witch doctors. Okay? So, they can do all the charms and spells that they can, but Nicki Minaj has overcome everything. And so it just makes Cardi B look bad because you need to put that towards your career. That's why you flopping, because you worry about everybody else. And then also messy gray beard Ebro was taking Cardi B's side, and he said that on Hollywood Unlocked that Akbar needs to be more positive, and this is why it's happening to her. He said, "My elders always said, the universe never forgets. I hope this is a test and the baby will be fine. I hope this woman changes her cycle to positivity." Ebro, if you don't shut the fuck up. First of all, there's nothing positive about Apple Illuminati music. Shut up. You work for the industry. You ain't shit, okay? Number one. Number two, you're a culture vulture. Is Ebro even black? Oh, let me guess. He's 20% black. This man is a culture vulture. He's been using the black community, okay? Just like Vlad TV and just like Messy Lee. All three of them ain't really black. Let's talk about that. And then another thing is, why don't you have the same energy for Cardi B, who spews negativity towards the universe? And when bad things happen, she want to cry on social media. You need to mind your business. Now, moving on from that, Doja's big plan. We got to talk about that. Now, a few days ago, well, actually last week, Doja did a messy interview with Gray Beard, and she said she was already working on her, I believe, 5th studio album, her next project already. And she just dropped Scarlet.
New. Well, that won't be for like a year. Like, that takes time for you, right? Like, that's a...
Pretty soon.
Soonish?
Pretty soon.
Like 24?
I'm about to go cut my next record, like, now.
Really?
Yeah, and I also just want to.
No, Doja, you don't want to. You're trying to get out of that 360 deal contract that you got with RCA the Colorist and Dr. Puke. See, you might have the kitty litters full, but I see right through you. You want to get out of that contract that you have with RCA the Colorist and Dr. Puke, okay? Because Doja has plans on starting her own label, okay? But Doja doesn't realize that if she wants to start her own label, it's going to have to be under a bigger label, like the ones that are part of the industry. Just like Parkwood Entertainment is under Columbia. Heavy on It is under Republic. Okay? Young Money was under Republic. You can start your own label, but you still gonna have to give Dr. Puke and RCA the Colorist a cut. Unfortunately. She thinks she's slick. And I actually don't think that Doja Cat should make another album. I think she should definitely take a break. Because Scarlet to me seemed rushed. Y'all talk about Pink Friday too, but Scarlet to me was the worst rap album of the year. In my opinion. And it shows from the sales. If Doja Cat was so great, y'all would have purchased the album. Instead, it's the most illegally downloaded album. 6K per sales. Now, it also has been reported that Pink Friday 2 is projected to be number 2 in its second week on Payola Board 200 with 91 units, according to Hits SDD. Okay? Now, 91,000 ain't too bad, but I'm sure Payola Board probably took, some sales away for the second week. Okay? Probably willing to give it to Doja or Cardi B when they drop their albums next year. Because at the end of the day, I don't believe any numbers that they really put out low key, because the fact that they took sales away from the first week sales, to me, they're not a reliable source. We need a new chart system because they play too many games. There's no such thing as mass buying. Before streaming, you were allowed to purchase an album more than once. Now they try to act like that's such an illegal thing, and it's not. It's not illegal. You're supporting an artist. Okay, I have bought more than one CD from an artist when the, CD came out or when they put out new music. I don't understand why when it comes to Nicki Minaj and when it comes to BTS, you're not allowed to purchase an item more than once, but the chart obsessed racists could put out 50,000 copies of one album and you're allowed to purchase. But they was giving Nicki Minaj issues. Okay, so it's the double standard, but I forgot the chart obsessed racists is the same color as printing paper. Okay, no shade. Now moving on to Megan Thee Stallion. So Megan Thee Stallion has more alleged diss records towards Partisan Fontaine in the stash. Okay, now she dissed him on Cobra. He responded back. She wasn't too happy about it. She tried to get the sympathy train up and running, but the real ones wasn't falling for it. And now she allegedly has more disses towards Party in the Stash. Feels like he tried to ruin her reputation. Remember, he revealed a lot. One, that she got surgery. Okay. He said you got lipo, then you took pictures in the gym. But I feel like Megan always took pictures in the gym. And then another thing he revealed is that she slept with producers. That she is a liar and that she swore on her mom that she didn't sleep with this one and that one. He found out about the Tory incident in court. Where, she admitted to sleeping with Tory. So he threw her quickly under the bus. And so she's ready to clap back. But my whole thing with Megan, don't throw shots and cry about it later. That's not rap. You can throw disses and, throw shots at somebody. It's rap. That's what you're supposed to do. But I don't like when people do it to Megan. She starts crying or trying to play the victim. Why everybody talking about me? I wasn't even saying nothing. I wasn't even talking about you. I said no names. Girl, you knew what you were doing. Stop it. See, she's very, calculated. I think it's because she's an Aquarius. Megan is that type to stab you right in the back and be like, why are you bleeding? What happened? What's going on? She do stuff like that. You got to be very careful with Megan. I don't understand how she has any friends. Must be because she's rich and famous. Now, moving on to Rihanna, Botch and Bitter, and the Queen, Nicki Minaj, because Rihanna has been accused of throwing shade at Nicki or Cardi B because of a recent interview she did at the Puma x Fenty event. Take a listen.
My biggest fashion ick? There's no one thing. I feel like when you see something that's inauthentic for someone, it's blatant, it's blaring, and I hate that. It's forced. Yeah. That turns me off.
So fans were saying that she was talking about Cardi B because Cardi B has copied her and Doja's eyebrows with the thin, very thin, it looks like a Sharpie pen eyebrow that she has been recently doing. But other fans were saying that she is not talking about Cardi B. She's talking about Nicki Minaj because Nicki dressed like a Shein model. I'm like, damn. I definitely don't believe that Nicki Minaj or Cardi B dressed like Shein models. Okay? One, that's Ice Spice and Erica Banks. Let's be very clear. Ice Spice and Erica Banks dress like Shein models. Let's be very clear. Nicki wears stuff off the runway. Okay? Ice Spice not there yet. And I will say that Cardi B does have one of the best stylists in female rap. I will say that. I will give her credit for that. If that's one thing I'll give her credit for is that 80% of the time the fashion is giving. I didn't care for the Blue Monster look at the Balenciaga show and the thin eyebrows. I don't care for that look. or the Video Music Award look. I didn't care for that. But usually she's on point when it comes to the fashion, at least. And she has to be, because that face is all messed up. But with that being said, I think she was probably talking about Champagne Thickums. Okay? Because if you guys notice, in the last year and a half, Champagne Thickums has been going through what we call a midlife crisis. Probably why he's so bitter towards Nicki Minaj. He's still single, okay? Almost 40. On his 5th BBL, okay? Because we know that Champagne Thickums go to the surgery table just like Cardi B. And recently, he has been wearing these hair clips or like these hairstyles similar to A$AP the Colorist. And also people say he copied artist Ckiminaj. Okay, if you know who that artist is, I think I'm pronouncing it right. I believe he's like a rapper. And so it is clear as day that Champagne Thickums is very unoriginal. He takes other people's accents. You know, he did have a ghostwriter for a few years, so he wasn't writing his own music before getting exposed. And then on top of that, you know, he puts on this facade that he's in shape and he's not. He's been stealing people's hairstyles. So I think she was talking about Champagne Thickums, but she won't openly say his name because he did put out a diss record about her earlier this year. Okay, saying the sex was bad, you know, or it was average, and that, you know, he'd rather not be in A$AP the Colorist's shoes. So I really think that that was a diss towards him. I really don't think it was a diss towards Nicki or Cardi B. She was listening to Nicki Minaj's album at the event. Joelle's. Okay, so Queen B's nephew and Solange's son, Joelle's, his tape allegedly got leaked. Now, I didn't see it, okay? But everybody claims that he has another tape out there with him and another person. They were also saying there was a video of him just touching himself or whatnot. But with that being said, this is like the second or third time this happened to Joelle's. He clearly needs some discipline. They need to send him to boot camp or the military. I'm being serious. Because if he's doing this as a teenager, right? Because I think he only like 18 or 19, okay? But he'd been doing this since he was 17. And I remember when the Sky Jackson situation happened, he was trying to get older women to sleep with him for Beyonce tickets. I'm like, I know these hoes ain't that desperate. He was telling girls, listen, if you want to get with me, I can have you see Beyonce. That's what he was doing in the DMs. They had leaked. And so I'm like, something is really mentally wrong with that guy. People are saying that Solange is not really in his life. It has nothing to do with that. Okay? He is out of control. And I think that it's only going to get worse. Okay? When he gets older. Because that's how addictions start. Okay? And so I think they need to send Joelle Smith to boot camp or the military so he can learn some discipline. Okay? Boot camp first. If boot camp don't work, you need to go to the military. I'm sorry. He's out of control. How you got more tapes linking than Kim K and you have her age? That don't make no sense. He gonna get into some sort of lawsuit. You see how these men be getting caught up. He gonna get into some sort of lawsuit. Some girl is gonna say, oh, he R'd me. He essayed me. He need to watch it. He doing too much. I really think that he need to go to boot camp or something. Boarding school. Do they still do boarding school? Something of that sort. Because he just has too much time on his hands. Who got time to be making 3 tapes? And he claimed, oh, the other person leaked it. No, I think it's Joelle's. I think he was desperate for fame. Mind you, he wants to be a rapper. Okay? So I think he's definitely desperate for fame. And he just looked like a demon child, to be quite honest. And he got a lion spirit, just like his uncle Camelface. That's how it start. So I'm telling y'all, he needs some discipline. Because when he get older, he gonna be like Trey Songz. He gonna be moving like R. Kelly. This is how it starts. This is how it starts. Recording yourself every time you do something with a partner, and then boom, them cases start piling up. I think you need to go to boot camp. Instead of bringing Blue on tour, Queen Bee should have brought Joelle's on tour and have him do something productive. Okay, like being an assistant, instead of getting Blue on there so everybody can call her stiff. Let me know how you guys feel about it. I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.